Strategy map tool for developing balanced scorecard is the premise of the video that we are going to discuss. Strategy map, what exactly is it? Simply put, a strategy map is nothing but a visual tool, understanding which is representation in picture. You can see it with your eyes. You do not have to read it altogether. Visual tool designed to clearly make it applicable and understandable for the strategic plan. To achieve a high level business goal or probably objective, a unified strategy is a must. A strategy mapping is one of the best ways to make this happen as on when on basis. So why are they important? To answer this, I'll turn to a quote from Robert S. Kaplan and David P. Norton, the originator and should I say the creator of balanced scorecard. Imagine that you are a general taking your troops into a foreign territory. Obviously, you would need detailed maps showing the important towns, the villages, and the surrounding landscape, key structures like bridges, tunnel, and the roads, highways that traverse the region. Without such information, you couldn't communicate your campaign strategies to your field officer and the rest of the troops, as the case might be. This is what strategy map would be. Kaplan and Norton go on to say that not to provide a group of people with proper direction to their destination is a mistake. It's a grave mistake, in fact, I must say, and it is one that plentiful of business owners are making. It is imperative that every team member and organization understand not only they need to do a task, but also why the task is absolutely important. Otherwise, they won't accomplish the task with an overall objective in mind, thus rendering it useless as far as strategy is concerned. So, what are the benefits of corporate balanced scorecard? Remember, we have a strategy map process that comes around here. This is the strategy map process that comes around here. What are we looking into? We are forming a team which has a defined requirement of purposes, objective, mission. Understand how we are going to enact upon it, and probably the objective needs to be set. Document it, map it, and execute it till you achieve your objective. So it provides a simple, clean visual representation that is easily referred back to. Strategy mapping is visually appealing. It is far easier to remember a strategy map that has curb appeal than something scribbled down on a note on a notepad, probably typed in, no matter how wonderful the font size is all about it. In fact, it can be easily be added to your website or displayed in office around your organization without being an ISO. So, what are the some benefits of corporate balance scorecard? It's the strategy map we are talking about it. Look how it has been represented out here: the mission responsiveness, the maritime security, the maritime prosperity. How does it help? Which all department needs to be looking into it. Now, this is what we are trying to do, a visual representation of the strategy map. It unifies all goals into a single strategy. Often, organizations have floating ideas of what the company strategy is or what should be looking like. But if these concepts don't have a home and team members don't know which strategic ideas are important, the strategy becomes muddled and confusing. The balance scorecard changes then. It transcribes a bunch of different languages into a strategy that is very easy to understand, interpret. So the benefits of corporate social balance scorecard, it gives every employee a clear goals to keep in mind what is to be done while accomplishing a task and measures. If a member of a leadership team are the only people who know what your strategy is or what the overall organization objectives are, you are going to have a very confused team. People will not show enough enthusiasm. They will not be motivated. Why? Because they are working in dark. They are not sure about the end objectives. They get confused themselves. But on the contrary, if they're aware of why they are working in the first place, the motivation level pumps up by uh, a notch altogether. Everybody knows that their contribution is actually making a difference for the company. The balance scorecard helps you to get rid of those confusing languages and acts as an authority on the subject of the strategy, thereby it helps your key goals players. When you decide to create a strategy map, you are deciding nothing but upon a high level of goals. It allows you to better understand which elements of your strategy needs work, what needs focus, how can you contribute it, what needs to be subsided if it is your weaknesses, what needs to be strengthened if it is your advantage, you puts you in an advantageous position. When all your high level goals are laid out in plain sight, it is much easier to notice what needs to be done. So we are looking at profitable growth. If you look out here, this is the profitable growth scenario. Yes or no? And we what we look operational excellence, we are talking about customer relationship management and innovation per se. The drivers are coming from the point out here, as the case might be, in terms of it helps you to see how your objectives affects the other. The balance scorecard divides important objective primarily into four perspectives: financial, customer, process, and people. When you look at these perspectives on a strategy map, you can literally see what objective is most critical and how success or failure of each objective changes the whole strategic ecosystem per se. Balance scorecard, the template that comes around it, it's a complete generic balance scorecard that is visually presenting around here, wherein if you look out it is where are what is that we would like to accomplish, trying to answer the question, and how will we do the process around here. This is the way process around it. So we have what, as in financial perspective, what needs to be done: maximize organization goals, growth strategy, productivity strategy, asset utilization. What are we are looking to add more customers or retain the old customers, increase their revenue value, reduce their cost per acquisition. In between is how it goes around with, as far as an internal purpose is current is concerned. Internal purpose is all about customer management leadership, innovation leadership, commercialization supremacy, internal operation excellence, effective governance, perception, public relation. These are all your internal process that goes around it. And if this is how we want to go in terms of learning and growth, this is how we are going to, as in building a human capital, the staff competencies, information capital, the technology infrastructure, the organization capital, the climate for action per se. This will enable the organization to the epitome of success in due courses of time. And I am just sharing a template with you. With this, I come to an end of this presentation. Thank you for watching this video till the very end.